John Grisham never dreamed of being an author, but he witnessed a dramatic criminal trial as a young lawyer. In 27 years, John Grisham is the man behind 30 novels for adults. He created 5 for young readers, most are legal thrillers. His books already sold more than 300 million copies. 9 became movies starring Hollywood's biggest names.
Charlie does.
John Grisham is again analyzing juries with Rogue Lawyer. He's here for an interview you're seeing first on CBS This Morning. Welcome back to Studio 57. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Always nice to be here.
Okay, tell us who this Rogue Lawyer is. Sebastian?
His name is Sebastian Rudd, and he's a radical rogue lawyer who does not have an office, does not have a secretary. He carries a gun. His office is a bulletproof van driven by his only friend and bodyguard and paralegal and confidant, a guy he got off of a murder rap. Yeah. And that's the way he practices law. He takes cases that nobody else will take.
No advertising. He takes cases that nobody else will take.
Yeah, he's at war with the police and the prosecutors and the government and big corporations and politicians, and he's just a lone gunman.
A lot of people are out to get him. And they said that the title of the book, Rogue Lawyer, you said at one point, you kind of wanted to be a rogue lawyer, and I didn't believe that about you.
Well, I practiced law for 10 years, and I always admired the lawyers who were not afraid to take unpopular cases, and I never had the guts to do that. I was playing it safe. I was trying to make a living, and I just never volunteered for a really tough case, and there were some of them I should have taken. And I admired the lawyers who did.
Yeah, I mean, you write in the book, our prisons are packed, our streets are filled with drugs. Who's winning the war? We've lost our minds.
Yeah,
that's not just fiction.
No, it's true. It touches on another issue I'd like to explore in another book, and that's the mass incarceration, the harsh sentences that we hand out. Front page of the New York Times today. You know, police and prosecutors are questioning these sentences that we're passing out, and just this drive to put everybody in jail.
I mean, this has the support of the Koch brothers and the White House. They're on the same side on this issue.
Justice.
Yeah.
Finally, as our prison population ages, we realize how expensive this stuff is. And you got people in there for 20 and 30 years for nonviolent offenses who should not be in there. And so, you know, it's a different issue for a different time, but the mass incarceration for young drug dealers, nonviolent people is epidemic.
And there's the issue of recidivism.
Yeah.
But you've got Sebastian Rudd. This is the thing about this book. Number one, I could see it as a movie. We should talk about your books and movies. But Sebastian Rudd takes the cases where he knows that people are not good. And you think even those people deserve the representation, is what the point you're making with Sebastian.
Tough to do. It's tough to take that position, Gail, because, but in our system, I don't care what the crime is. We believe, you know, we all pay lip service to the idea of everybody is entitled to a fair trial. That means a good lawyer. And well, those good lawyers have got to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
And so it's up to people like Sebastian to represent
He's not very likable.
Okay, but what are his values?
I was going to say, not very likable.
Oh, he's not worried about morals or values. He's doing his job. And he does his job so well that if he thinks the cops and prosecutors are cheating, he's going to cheat. Yeah. You know, if they legitimize cheating, it's wide open for him. Yeah. And that's what makes the book really fun, when he starts cheating.
John, I can't think of another author, except maybe one other, that I've read as many of their books. I mean, you're incredibly
prolific.
Who
is the other one?
Yeah, who is
I'm
it?
just kidding.
British author.
Nora says,
female. British author. No, but honestly, and the movies that we just showed, all of the movies that you have made with these books they're blockbusters, fabulous movies, great iconic movies. But there hasn't been a movie with one of your books in 10 years. Why?
It's why is a great question. The studio system is so broken and different than it used to be. Used to, I'd write a book, we'd sell to Hollywood. They'd start working on the movie before the book was published. A year after the book comes out, you got a big movie, the first 5 or 6, and everybody made money. I mean, they were big movies. We're still talking about it.
Yeah, but we now have Netflix, we now have HBO, we have a lot of other places where you can get good stories
Which is
done.
all good stuff. And I think Rogue would be a better TV series
because it's an interesting character.
Well, and also it's the first. I hope it's the first of a series of books about this guy. I mean, there are a lot of stories he has to tell, and I want to tell through him and explore other issues, things we've talked about, in books to come. But there's a lot of adventures and a lot of episodes with this guy. And I think he's very
Is he
colorful.
anyway like the lawyer from Breaking Bad? Then he had a television series.
Well, I'd already started writing this book, but when I watched Breaking Bad,
And who was the lawyer?
Better Call Saul, and I thought
Better
that,
Call Saul.
when I saw that, my wife and I were watching that one night, and I saw Better Call Saul. I said, "Why didn't I think of that? That's right down my alley." Okay, somebody stole that from me. Better Call
Gotta
Saul.
go.
Do you,
Gotta
do you
go.
think Charlie should call Les Moonves? You just mentioned about a TV series. I'm telling you, I'm not done with
really
this
good.
Sebastian guy.
Yeah.
Oh, we talk to Les all the time. We talk to people.
Oh, you already know Les.
Well, yeah, well, no, Les. CBS did a series years ago, so we know Les.
Thank you, John.
My pleasure.
It's
Always.
good.
So great to have you.
It's really good, John Grisham.
Rogue Lawyer is on sale now.